and today I want to talk about FDR, and specifically how and why he was elected 4 times. Now you might be thinking, how was he elected 4 times? Because, well, it's illegal nowadays because due to the 22nd Amendment, you can only be elected twice. And that's true now, but before, it actually wasn't a law. It's only after FDR died in office that, shortly after that became a law, and presidents were restricted to 2 terms, except for the next president. I think he was exempt from that. I don't remember exactly why, but yeah. Anyway, so the reason why no one else before FDR had been elected twice is because it was sort of tradition. George Washington had only been elected twice, and he refused to run for a 3rd term. And that's kind of a tradition with everyone. Now, that's not to say that he's the only one who pursued 3rd and 4th term. I mean, no one got a 4th term because no one got elected 3 times before him. But I think a couple of presidents did pursue a 3rd term, like Ulysses S. Grant. I think he had tried to get elected as the 3rd president, but I don't think he was even nominated. And that might seem a little silly, like they would not elect presidents based on tradition, but it's really how a lot of stuff works. Like, for example, George Washington was the only president to be elected pretty much by everyone. No one else voted for anyone else, and that's no one else has done that before. I think the closest one was, I think, James Monroe on his 2nd term. I think only like one person, like, I think elected, like, cast a vote for John Quincy Adams just to preserve his legacy. So yeah, you can see that tradition is very strong. And now you might be wondering, why did FDR break this tradition? And that's because he was a really good president. In his first 2 terms, he pretty much got the nation out of the Depression. Well, not entirely. Most people say that really it took till World War II to get them out of the Depression, but he was a really good president in the sense that he calmed down the nation. He had things like these, like, I think, fireside chats or something, and that's like how we kind of calmed down the nation. He's saying that the nation's doing all we're doing all we can for the nation, and he did do a lot for the nation, and slowly the economy began to improve, and the lives of the people also began to improve. Now, so for that, he was elected for his 3rd term, because he was just such a good president. Now, during his 3rd term, not long into it, he got us into World War II, and I think the reason he got a 4th term after that, even though he only served like very little since he died very soon after, I think it's because they didn't want to switch presidents during the war, because he was a very good, a good leader during the war, and I think that's probably why most people want to re-elect him again. They didn't want to switch leaders since he was already doing pretty well, and of course they did, but it's not because they had a choice, since Franklin D. Roosevelt died in his 4th term, and they elected Truman next. But yeah, so that's how and why FDR was elected 4 times.